Hello everyone, Rurikhan here coming at you with another first impressions video, and today we're going to be taking a look at Goodbye Deponia. Now, Goodbye Deponia is a point-and-click adventure game by Daedalic Entertainment, and usually I don't tend to cover a lot of point-and-click adventure games. However, the good people over at Daedalic Entertainment saw fit to send me a review key for Goodbye Deponia, and I thought, well, might as well make one of my first impressions videos on it. I've been playing the game for a couple of hours. I'm not sure if the save game actually says how many hours you've been playing for. No, it just gives me the, it just tells me the date where I last played it and what time. And I've played a good few hours into it. I don't know exactly how many. So I got a good grasp on what the game is, and conveniently enough, you can actually get a pretty good idea of what Goodbye Deponia looks like in terms from a gameplay perspective, as well as in terms of its narrative and whatnot, from the first couple of minutes of the game, which is what we're going to be doing here. I'm going to be giving you guys a good portion of gameplay so that you guys can decide whether or not this game is a game that you would like to play. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to go too deep into the story itself, particularly because Goodbye Deponia is actually the third in a trilogy of adventure games, and I didn't really get to play the first two ones, because, once again, usually I don't do point-and-click adventure. But the fact of the matter is, I actually found myself playing this game for quite a bit of time, like a lot more than I actually needed to give my first impressions on it, because it is actually legitimately entertaining, and I have to admit I wasn't expecting that. So let me just give you guys a taste here. We're going to be starting a new game, and I'm just going to skip through the tutorial because the tutorial is pretty pointless. So I'm just going to skip the tutorial and see you guys on the flip side.
My fellow Elysian, I know how much you have been looking forward to this day. Regrettably, however, I must inform you that Inspector Cletus and his companion have not yet returned. Therefore, we cannot yet exclude the remote possibility that down on Deponia, part of the population have somehow managed to survive among the junk to this day. Prime Controller Ulysses has confirmed that the organon is ready to fulfill its mission. As soon as the inspection team give the all-clear on their return from the ruins of Portofisco, nothing will stand in the way of the spectacular start of our journey to Utopia. It is only a matter of hours until we can finally give the organon the signal to go ahead and blow up our home planet. The good news is, due to this delay, the water slide will stay open for now.
Well, thank God for that. At least the water slide's open.
So this is the third strike, you're dumping me just like a trash bag. Why? Just because of some mustard on the carpet, you pathetic doghead. I assume that you're human to just bite the dust. But this isn't over yet, yeah, you can bet on that. The last part of my tale will surely appease and change your mind anyhow. So turn on your deaf aid now, the story goes on, for good things come in threes.
Huzzah, good things come in threes.
Junk. Junk. Smoke. Hey, wait a minute. Smoke! Fire!
What?
Fire!
Good morning, ladies.
Stop! The fire extinguisher! I'll wake those and get the mine detector.
Take it easy. I'm just making breakfast here.
Fried sludge with honey. Oh, not again.
The allergy medication is in the cupboard with a bear trap.
Nonsense. The sludge is just the base. I am fishing. At this very moment, I'm using the diving crane to catch something big.
Oh, goody. That's a new one.
No problem. Let me think.
We should be in the Sea of Shards by now.
Do we have enough bandages left?
Doc?
Yes.
This isn't the Sea of Shards.
What?
Oh, right. I forgot to tell you. I hatched a great plan while you were asleep.
What have you done?
I found an abandoned on-ramp for the Organon's monorail track. And so I thought to myself, Bozo's cutter used to be a rail vehicle, right?
Rufus!
What?
You steered us onto an organon cruiser route.
Yeah, and it'll take us directly to the Upper Ascension Station in Portofisco.
Where the Organon's headquarters are.
And where the last high boat to Elysium is anchored. That was the plan, wasn't it? I will use my amazing resemblance to Cletus to sneak on board, together with Gold.
But...
So come on, let's eat something first. That's the diving crane. I've got a bite.
I thought we weren't on the water anymore.
So what?
What do you mean, so what? So what took the bait?
Uh-oh.
And this is pretty much where the adventure of Goodbye Deponia begins. Now, I've allowed you guys to sink in all of the dialogue and all that stuff that kind of gives you an idea of what to expect in terms of storyline as well as writing and all that stuff. And in my opinion, this is going to be a hit or miss among most people, because this is going to be a lot of humor involved into the game. As far as I can tell, there's a ton of humor, a lot of funny situations, and these situations are usually funny due to how ridiculous they happen to be. Like, there are a lot of ridiculous situations into the game, and just, I think that naming any one of them in particular is going to spoil some of the game. So I'm just going to continue to play through here, and there's going to be a lot of dialogue as we continue through the game, because the game just has a ton of voice acting, and if I can say so myself, I think that the voice acting is pretty decent. I also like the art style that you guys have on the game. As you can see now, I can actually move my character around. You can look at the navigation.
2 lights are blinking on the radar screen. A small green one in the middle, and a big red one behind it. It can only mean one thing. We're out of confetti.
Out of confetti, of course. The point and click feature has 2 functions, basically, which is you can right click to look at something, and you can left click to pick it up. Now, in this case, I can't actually pick up any of this stuff here. I can just look at it. Like, for instance, I can look at the frying pan.
For the eyes. We should dig in before they do.
I would definitely not say that's a feast for the eyes, and your sludge with honey seems to have an eye, so to speak. So let's see what Doc is up to. Bozo is sleeping. These are your 2 friends.
Doc, how's it going?
Rufus, the cutter is breaking apart. You've got to do something, and I certainly don't mean chat.
Yeah.
I like how we don't wake up Rufus.
There's time to tell
Bozo
everything
even.
later, once I find out who's responsible for this mess.
Have you looked in the mirror lately?
Yeah, but I only looked. It wasn't me who burnt it.
Okay, let's go on to the deck and proceed onwards.
Oh, crap. I guess this means Bozo will finally accept the fact that he needs a new cutter. Oh, Rufus, you were so right. You are such a good friend. Ha, it's his own fault. What a larvae.
Yeah, of course it's his own fault. Why wouldn't it be? Now, this apparently is our vehicle, and it is getting pretty much torn to shreds, and you guys are about to find out why.
Uh-oh.
What's kept you, Argus? I was just talking to the Elysian Council of Elders. They're starting to get nervous.
We're on our way, Prime Controller. Inspector Cletus and his companion are on board. There will be no further delays.
I should very much hope so. Ulysses, over.
Treason!
Stop the engines, Argus.
Cletus, you have no business here. You're supposed to stay in the cabin until we reach Porto Visco.
That will have to wait. This woman is not my fiancée.
Put his eyeballs in the waffle iron.
I know that. She's a Deponian with a brain implant, which also happens to contain the cartridge with the mind of your fiancée.
No, it doesn't. Do you think this sounds like gold?
Chew flesh from their ankles. Rotten vinegar.
Maybe she's about to have, a visit from Aunt Flo.
Rubbish. That Rufus pulled a fast one on me. We need to turn back.
You fool! Excuse me, bailiff, sir. There's something on the track. What do I care? Run it over. We have no time to lose. The inspector has forgotten something important, and he's in trouble if he can't find it soon. Oppenbot, you will go with Inspector Cletus.
As you wish, bailiff.
Okay, now there's a lot of story elements that you guys are probably not going to understand there unless you are familiar with the Deponia series, which is actually not my situation either. So the first time that I saw that, I was just like, what the hell is going on? But obviously those are events that are referenced in past Deponia games. So in order for you to really understand the whole the whole scale of the plot and all that stuff, you have to basically have played previous Deponia games. Now, that's not to say that you can't play Deponia Goodbye Deponia just by itself, because you can, but your experience is going to be a lot more richer, it seems to me, if you have actually played the previous two titles. Let us continue onwards here.
Phew! Goal! Goal! Hang on, I'm coming!
To the sidewall. What can possibly go wrong?
Ouch! And... Hi!
Now, some of the animations in the game, as you guys saw there, could have been done a little bit better, maybe even blended together a little bit better. Some of these animations are really cool, but there is definitely something missing in some of these cases. Like, for instance, there will be parts in the game where you will actually be combining items and whatnot, and combining items has a very simplistic animation. I would like to see a little bit more complexity on those ones, but either way, let's go ahead and have a chat with Goal here.
What the heck are you doing?
I'm trying to free the cable.
Please, get off there. It's dangerous.
And here I was thinking you don't even know that word.
Sure I do. Danger is my middle name.
Actually, I meant please. But if you want to help, the crane is awfully wobbly. You need to tighten the screw.
Oh, all right. No problem.
Tighten the screws. What could possibly go wrong with
The
this?
crane might break at any moment. I need to do something. Anything. You've chosen a romantic location.
Well, you refused to go to the theater.
At least the seats would have been more comfortable.
For starters, you might want to tighten the screws. In the meantime, I'll try to free the cable.
Consider it done.
Okay, so what could possibly go wrong with this situation?
Huh?
So you tighten the middle screw and both the other ones start coming out. Let's go for the right one. And bloop,
Oops.
there goes the left screw. It's gone. Let's try to tighten up the middle screw. Right screw, it's going away. No! Basically, I guess you can fiddle with this all you want, but at the end of the day, the only thing that's really going to happen is you're going to have to unscrew the whole damn thing.
Oh,
Any progress?
well, yeah. There is some progress, so to speak.
Of course there's some progress.
What have you done?
Wasn't me.
Damn it, Rufus, we're going to fall.
No, we won't.
I'm slipping.
No problem. I've gotcha.
Hold on to goal.
Ah!
It looks like we failed.
Ow!
Well, well, who have we here?
That's Rufus, of course. Don't you know anything?
And who are you?
Oh, just a fan. Don't pay any attention to me.
A what? A fan?
Exactly. Just carry on, will you? But just a teeny tiny question first. How are you going to get rid of it?
What?
You know, what spectacular Rufus maneuver are you going to use?
Oh, that.
So here we go. Now basically, as you can kind of get an idea of the type of humor and ridiculous situations that the game is going to put you through. I mean, just look at this. You're kind of here making up your mind about what you're going to say to a fan which just conveniently showed up whilst Goal is back there just basically getting rolled around like a friggin' rag doll, and you're going to have a conversation with this guy about how you're going to be taking out this guy, who is supposedly an organon, I'm going to assume, which is the race of evil people that are going to destroy the Deponia. And I don't exactly know the reason why they want to destroy the Deponia, because, like I said, I haven't really played the previous games. But either way, let's go ahead, and I'm going to go through this because I already know what's going to happen, so I'm going to confuse him with my blackout tactics.
I'll confuse him with my blackout tactics.
Ah, a residual light shot. I need to set my flash to the highest level.
Blackout? You're bluffing.
Perhaps I am. Perhaps I definitely am.
I'll switch on my night vision, just in case.
There. Done. Do your thing, Rufus. Man, this is going to be so epic.
Okay. 1, 2.
I'm blind! I'm blind! What?
And ta-da!
Wow, you actually did it.
Yeah. That's me, you know.
How on earth did you do that?
Wait for the photo.
And now you're gonna go save Goal, right?
Who? Oh, her, sure.
How are you gonna do that?
One thing at a time. The two of us should have a talk first.
We should?
Yeah, fan to idol.
Wow, what an honor.
So yeah, as like I said, the game's ridiculous humor at play once again, because I mean, we're here, we're supposed to be saving Goal, and the character's like, well, I'm just gonna have a conversation with you. Well, but for now, I'm going to just actually skip
what
this
was I
dialogue.
about to do?
Save Goal?
I don't know. There's always time for that. How often do you, as a fan, get the opportunity to chat with your hero?
Yeah, sure. There's that, but...
Well, I guess we can't skip the dialogue.
What are you doing aboard an organon cruiser?
Oh, that's a pretty interesting story.
Too bad it's not about me. Let's discuss more exciting stuff. For instance, what about my exploits?
Oh, boy!
We should use this time for an interview.
For an interview.
Really? Shouldn't you be saving Goal first?
Her. All in good time. A true hero must take care of his fan base.
Wow, you really are the greatest.
What else would you like to know?
What else would you like to know?
Actually, I already know it all. I would much prefer to watch you perform a new feat of heroism.
You already know it all? Don't make me laugh.
How about a little photo session?
How about a little photo session?
Oh, fantastic!
Let's see. What would be a suitable subject?
I could take a picture of you saving Goal.
Yeah, but then she would be in the picture too, right? Wouldn't that distract unnecessarily from the protagonist?
Quite on the contrary. It would emphasize your selflessness.
You think so? All right, then get ready and make sure my selflessness is clearly visible in the picture.
Okay, and now we finally get to go ahead and try to save Goal here. Now, I don't even remember exactly what we're supposed to do, but I'm going to shoot this cannon because it
Wait,
sounds
Goal,
like
I'll
fun.
shoot you free.
But you're a crap shot!
Yeah, I'm a crack shot.
Ah!
Dang, the cannon's aim is off.
It seems we
Oh,
missed.
bummer. No more ammo.
Aw. Anyway, let's press the button here. This is going to open up this panel, which controls the speed of the organon cruiser that we're at. Now, logically, what a sane person would do is they would go ahead and slow down the thing.
Ingenious! You found the cruiser's manual speed control.
Exactly, the manual thingamy.
I feel another brilliant Rufus maneuver coming up.
Yeah, can you try to feel it without making so much noise?
Now, the thing that I would like to do is slow down, but I don't think that's going to allow us to
Are
do
you
that,
going to
right?
start the extreme action now?
The what?
Well, the action! A super extreme Rufus maneuver!
Yeah, exactly. Totally extreme.
This is so exciting!
So obviously
Are you
we can't
gonna-
slow down
uh,
because it's
well,
gonna keep giving us that
this
particular dialogue. So the only thing left to do is actually speed it up. Because why wouldn't we, really?
I see! You're accelerating the cruiser instead of stopping it like everyone else would have done.
That because everyone else is an idiot.
And the cutter being caught in the clogs is part of your plan as well, right?
Sure.
Now, what else were we supposed to do? There was something else that we could do here. I just can't remember exactly what. Can we speed it even more? Yeah, we can.
Whee! See those sparks fly!
It is now going even faster. I don't think it goes any further, does it? Yes, it does. Now we have fire.
Woohoo! Faster still! This is so rad! My coat is on fire, but I'm still very happy to be part of this. Luckily, the organon is known for its excellent fire protection measures.
That's just propaganda. I bet my boots. Your boots on that.
So, of course, what would make logical sense to basically pop out when there's a fire? A fire axe, of course. Why not? We don't need water or any, like, extinguisher or something. We just need a fire axe. Either way, there's also a hose in here. Now, what are we going to do with this hose? What can we possibly do with it? Well, we're going to connect it to the cannon over here. Because that's a good idea, isn't it? Shonk. And now the cannon is going to shoot the hose over to where Goal is, which, if you notice, Goal is actually spinning around a lot faster. Like, her brain is probably worse than a scrambled egg at this point. Either way, let's go ahead and shoot the cannon. Boop. And as you can see, now the hose is actually getting rolled up closer to Goal. So we're going to take that and we're going to go closer to Goal. We're rescuing Goal, after all.
What? Daredevil!
And now it's time to actually make use of our inventory. There is an inventory system in the game, as you guys can see here. We have the fire axe, and with this fire axe, we should be able to basically chop off that hose.
What a hero!
Good old Barry.
Did someone leave the window open?
Of course.
So the cutter struck sails, wrecked as Tony's mum scales, and of as much a whale for the long road ahead. Still the mood in the group was just super, whoopie-doop, yeah, except that they slowly grew ripe for the bad. For they knew that they would have to go on by foot. No problem for such a walk, it's all the less stressful if you sing along with a motivating song. And to emphasize this, I'll flood the cabin of the Coast Guys with helium gas.
And here we are.
Ha! Yeah! And wow! The way I took out that organon with my shadow attack! Did you see that?
For the 1000th time, Rufus.
That was so cool! They call him Rufus! Rufus!
Oh.
Everybody now! He's cool and he's smart! It's something modern art! What? Hey! Where are you going?
There's a hotel down there.
I really need a wash. Especially for my ears.
But, Goal?
Come on, Rufus.
Are you mad at me?
Dirty, battered, humiliated, all of that. But mad at you? No. It was actually kind of cool.
Oh yeah! Something modern art!
And now we're going to go down to the hotel sequence where there are a bunch more of puzzles for you to basically explore throughout the game. I would very much like to show you just at least some item combination, but I'm not sure if that is going to be possible.
Haha! Stairs! Dark and steep and slippery. Huh. I'd better take a jump. After all, I hate to...
Okay.
Fall on my butt. That would be too embarrassing.
Now, spread out throughout the game, there's also these eggs, which are, what do you call these? Platypus eggs, whatever, and you're supposed to collect these. I'm not exactly sure what you get for collecting them, but basically I found 2 of them. I found this one, which is the long-hair platypus, and I've also found a vampire platypus thingy. But yeah, so now we're at the hotel and you're supposed to basically figure out what to do throughout the hotel. But I mean, you guys kind of get the idea of how the game is going to be moving forward. Like right now we go into here, this is the reception. And from the reception, you go over here and you can pick up several items like the salt shaker, as well as the pepper shaker. And if you use this coffee machine, it's going to pour out a bunch of dust. And you're going to get some dust that you can then use as well. And basically the whole point of this is, as any other point-and-click adventure, to figure out what you have to do in order to advance the plot. Now, the thing that's special about Deponia is it's got this art style, this 2D art style. So some people are going to love it. People that don't like this kind of 2D art style are not going to love it. And it's ridiculously over-the-top humor. Well, it's not like over-the-top violence, it's just over-the-top in terms of how ridiculous the stuff that you end up doing is. Like, you're supposed to shut down this heater here. I don't really feel like doing that because you have to fiddle around with all those knobs and whatnot. There is also a pelican here, which you can actually go ahead and use a salt shaker.
Let's see if it appreciates me spicing things up a little.
And the pelican jumps right off. I actually had a couple of times where I was stuck in this particular section because I had used pretty much everything except the salt in the trash bin, which was just like, oh, frustration. But either way, this is pretty much Goodbye Deponia in a nutshell. The story itself revolves around this character, Rufus, who is going to supposedly prevent the destruction of Deponia, despite the fact that, like I've said previously, I do not know how you're supposed to prevent the destruction of Deponia.
Huh. Locked. Bozo? No answer. But there's somebody in there. I hear voices.
I actually think that this is my room. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to get the key, so you have to go to the reception, ring for the bell guy, and the guy is going to give you a key, I believe.
My circuits are scrambled. I shouldn't get up so fast.
Or get a little exercise.
Whoa! Don't creep up on me like that!
Creep? I rang the bell.
Phew! I thought it was my tinnitus. It wouldn't surprise me, though, with all that noise from the cruiser route, not to mention the cold draft or the mold, but I digress. Welcome to the Hotel Menetekel. Would you like to rent a room?
Actually, I'm just looking for my friends.
Actually, I was just looking for my friends.
A geriatric garden gnome, a girly giraffe, and a circus bear in a hat?
That's them.
Yeah, they just checked in. They didn't look like they could afford a lawyer, so I gave them room 5. But don't worry. As long as they don't touch any light switches, electrical sockets, or load-bearing architecture, they should survive the night, provided they stay in the room after midnight, of course. Which reminds me, do you happen to have unfinished business with demons, dark gods, or the recently dead?
Not that I know of.
Super! That's all right then. You have no idea how squeamish some insurance companies can be when it comes to supernatural causes of death. Here's your key. Please have a pleasant stay here at Hotel Menetekel.
Menetekel. I don't even know what that means.
Thank you, my good man. I'm going to my room.
Yeah, do that. I won't stop you. And before you ask, that does not constitute an act of negligent bodily harm. We've had that checked.
Okay, now let's go outside. I just wanted to show you guys a final example of how ridiculous this can be. So, you guys have seen the art style and kind of what goes on in Deponia and all that stuff, but just to give you guys a final idea of how ridiculous this plot can actually get, over here at the toilet, there is a time traveler inside the toilet.
Occupied.
Are you ever coming out of there?
Don't rush me. I'm suffering from severe temporal diarrhea.
Temporal diarrhea?
Yes, I'm a time traveler.
You mean you come from the future?
Nonsense. Oh, hold on. There is no future. I came from the past to watch the end of the world.
Here we go again. Then you're in the wrong place. I'm the guy who's gonna prevent the end of the world.
Oh! That would be very nice of you. I'm stuck here, you know.
Why? Is your time machine clogged?
Not exactly. There's no more toilet paper.
Hey, that was irony. Naturally, I don't believe a word you've said.
Well, it wasn't exactly the whole truth.
Ha! I knew it.
There's one roll of toilet paper left, but it's as rough as sandpaper. Oh, and I had the chili during the Toxican Civil War.
Yeah, a time traveler in the bathroom with temporal diarrhea. But wait, that's not all. Let's go into the laundry. What could possibly go wrong at the laundry, right? How about a doomsday cult?
What's going on here?
Kumbaya.
Okay. Hello, you, you friendly hooded people who clearly belong to a, non-violent organization. Are you standing in line for the washing machine?
Kumbaya.
Dooba 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 dabba dooba bow, baby.
Shh. You wouldn't mind if I go first, right? Okay. Act weird once for sure, no problem, pal.
Kumbaya.
Cool. Then if I could just
Kumbano.
Darn.
And this is Bozo's suit, which is our friend from the cutter earlier, so we can actually take that, as well as the coat hanger. But yeah, this video should give you a pretty good idea of what to expect from Goodbye Deponia. Also something that's going to happen that you guys haven't seen yet is you're going to be combining items from your inventory to generate all kinds of crazy contraptions to actually use throughout the world, especially in the portion of the hotel. You get to make one really complex pie. Let's just put it at that. I'm not going to give you guys any more spoilers, so to speak. But yeah, like I said at the start of this video, this game is going to be one of those games that people are either going to love it or hate it. And in my opinion, while I'm not a huge fan of point-and-click adventure games, it actually has me interested enough that I've spent quite a few hours with the game, and I want to spend quite a few more once I actually get some more free time. But whether or not you guys will enjoy it, that is entirely up to your own sense of what kinds of games you like. If you like point and click, if you like this art style, if you like what Daedalic brings to the table.
Ah, there you are. And wow, what is all this stuff? Did you just set it up?
No. Neurofusion chambers are standard in this hotel. Of course we did.
Huh, pretty speedy. And what does one do with a neuro thingy? Can you watch scrambled channels?
That too. But most importantly, it will repair Gold's brain implant.
Brain?
You know, re-merging the aspects of her character.
Her entire consciousness was stored on a cartridge.
Right, together with the Ascension codes.
That you need to gain access to the high boat. Exactly. After this procedure, Goal will be her old self again.
And then you can make use of the shower.
Shower? Why?
For the Ascension customs? Or did you think they'd let you into Elysium like that?
What? And just what is that supposed to mean?
I'm just saying, considering everything we know about that Cletus, he is an extremely clean person. So, if you want to pretend to be him, shower.
Hey, let me deal with that. You take care of Goal, or do I have to help you with that as well?
Not necessary. It's almost ready.
Cool. Almost?
What do you mean, almost?
What do you mean, almost?
Oh, nothing bad. I just have to calibrate the data interface.
And once again, I have to do all the heavy lifting, right?
Not at all.
No problem. I can fillet a data thingy with one hand tied behind my back. You just have to press here, and...
Rufus, no! That throttles the fuel rods.
They can handle it.
Rufus, this calibration is really much too easy for you. Why don't you take care of the much more difficult professional mission?
Professional mission?
Of course. Doc still needs this thing that can't be found in this hotel room.
Oh, exactly. That, plasma...
exchange.
Whoop-de-doo.
Mammoth fur.
Relay.
A plasma exchange whoop-de-doo mammoth fur relay?
Hard to come by.
Huh, for beginners like you maybe, but for a pro like me, it'll only take a jiffy.
Yeah, so now we're off on a quest to find a plasma exchange whoop-de-doo mammoth for relay. And let me just tell you guys one thing, because you might think, oh, it's just a thing to get him out of the room, right? Yes, but it actually does exist. This I can guarantee. Ooh, minor spoiler. Anyways, that is going to be it for this particular video. I think it should give you guys a pretty good idea of whether or not Goodbye Deponia is a suitable game for anyone out there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As per usual, leave me your comments, feedback, all that kinds of good stuff. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.